Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, where it is time for us to eliminate Lord Krampus. This might be biting off more than we can chew, I don't know. I think this is our first hard mission. We're seeing Immortals and Warriors, and of course the Lord Astronomer himself, but to be perfectly honest, we've been kind of gliding through everything so far. I think we could use to step up the challenge a little bit. So, with that, I think let's just get in. We're all leveled up and stuff, right? I know I kept a bunch of Blackstone because I wanted to make sure that we had enough to hire troops. Yeah, if we took an upgrade, we'd be pretty low off. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. So obviously, we're bringing all of our priests. We now have a ranged troop, but I don't know that we really need ranged troops. I think that having melee troops run up on enemies and complicate their movement is really valuable. And I also don't really know that we need more sources of energy damage. We're pretty good at energy damage as it is. Maybe we could go for like one of these guys and 2 or 3 of these. I like these a lot. Yeah, these guys are fast enough to actually be like a real threat. And then just a servitor, I'm thinking like we're probably not going to need all of our troops for the final battle, right? We may want to be able to put something up as a wall in the intermediary battles. We'll bring a single servitor. Do we have the right? Well, obviously we should equip that. I've enjoyed Cant of the Craft so far, but man, maybe we should replace it with something else. And we could just run 2 Blessings of the Omnissiah. Now, you know what? I'm going to keep this, in part because of the way it interacts with the flamethrower. It's very, very powerful. And obviously, Taming the Machine Spirit is great for the way our team is currently built. Auto-reporting routines added to Tech Priest internal cogitators. Intelligence on high-value targets critical. I hope we don't run into any high-value targets. Experience dictates whatever these Xenos are, they aren't likely to welcome our intrusion into their ruins. Yet we must be prepared for the eventuality. Hence my bringing Prime Hermeticon Captrix on this mission. If there are still Xenos life forms, their destruction will likely form principal objectives. Know the prey. Find the prey. Then the hunt commences. Skitarii operations in the Tomb of Krampus have confirmed high-value target location. They have found Krampus? Confirm location of the sarcophagus of Krampus. I return anticipation, but also concern at this news. The chance to bring Krampus to battle is a valuable one, but one with great risk. Target profile indicates advanced combat capabilities and environmental advantage. Xenos weaponry and awakening protocol level unknown. As the Magi Pecunium describe it, high risk, high reward. It's kind of a lot of dialogue before each of these missions. Maybe a little bit too much. By the way, I actually spent a little bit of time looking into Latin pronunciation to try to figure out how that double I would most ideally be pronounced, and it turns out there's absolutely no answer. We have no idea what Latin sounded like. There's been a lot of attempts to reconstruct, and ecclesiastical Latin is different. Like, there's a bunch of different types of Latin, all of which would probably pronounce the double I differently. This might be Skitarii, it might be Skitarii, it might be Skitarii. So I'm just going to keep saying what I've been saying, and if you try to correct me in the comments, hey, I'm probably wrong, but also you're probably wrong. Those guys are holding a perimeter around the sarcophagus chamber, but they won't be able to do so for long. The awakening protocols are accelerating in the Tomb of Krampus. Target consciousness probable. I have modified mission parameters accordingly. Yeah, I was gonna say, the sarcophagus of Krampus is a real hopeful thing to be looking for. I imagine he's up and walking around and will shoot us in the face. Facing Krampus directly entails great risks, Subdomina, but I concur with the Prime Hermeticon's assessment. Destroying Lord Krampus is worth the risk. Very well, Magus. If this works, it could make it seem the lives lost in the Tomb of Krampus were not for nothing. Alright, the hunt is on. How about the hunt be on instead of let's sit here and talk about whether or not the hunt is on. Okay, well, I remember that I don't like this one even before I saw that it was red, so let's click on this guy. What does this tall one do? This tall one raises the awakening meter. Great. I will say, given the rate of gain of difficulty, I'm not really that concerned about the awakening meter anymore. It does seem like we're getting stronger faster than they're getting stronger, and the game wasn't exactly difficult at the beginning. Oh, does he not? He doesn't get his own voice. We are not welcome here. This is not our world. The lords of the Necrons own this world, and soon they will own all others. It is our duty to obey them. A rare direct communication from these Xenos. It is as disquieting as it is exciting. There may be much to learn, Magos, but take the greatest care. An insidious whisper worms its way through the noosphere, infecting the awareness of everyone connected to it. It appears as an incepted thought in the minds of everyone in the Tomb of Agralek at once. I don't know that we have time for a session of self-castigation. We could transmit words of admonition to the troops to remind them of their duty. That sounds in character for the Adeptus. Or we could upload the intrusive thought pattern to a quarantined cogitator to study it. You know, honestly, that's probably the smart thing to do. I do love just yelling at my troops for daring to have thoughts, but this probably is more productive. Fascinating. Necrons equal adaptive Xenos. If Necron plus Imperial tech equals altered variation, evolved thought processes, then Mechanicus plus Necron tech may hold the same answer. That's hopeful. I mean, let's be honest here. We're probably not going to, get a hold of a lot of Necron tech. It's all either going to teleport away or get immolated in holy fire, right? The heretical galactic model of Krampus. Take care, Magos. The chances of blasphemous content being present approach 100%. Reams of astronomical data flood the noosphere. The volume of information is huge, and you would need the cogitators of the Adeptus Mechanicus to make sense of it. That is a little dangerous, just taking a bunch of data in. I mean, but we should do it, though, right? We could refuse to countenance this, or we could corrupt it, just to be dicks. You know, listen, sometimes I want to play in character a little bit, but I have a hard time being like, hey, let's just destroy all of this knowledge that may not exist anywhere else. Let's try to analyze it. Alright, well, we're waking the tomb pretty quickly. The data grants a vision of a very different physics model, where forces such as gravity and electromagnetism are subordinate to the wills of ancient, immense intelligences. The Adeptus Mechanicus cogitators are unable to cope, and the resulting feedback causes the comms units of the Mechanicus troops to flare brightly in the noosphere, giving away their locations. You know, those events do seem a little random. It doesn't seem like we're able to divine, a consistently effective way to respond to anything. I'm pretty much just picking stuff and we're getting random results. This chamber contains several empty sarcophagi, some of which seem to have malfunctioned, and show signs of having exploded or caught fire during the awakening process. Any destroyed Necrons have teleported away, but there may still be intelligence to be gleaned from these damaged devices. I would more like to glean Blackstone if we could. We could smash them up. Yeah, this is what I want. I want to loot the sarcophagi for valuable materials. Or we could examine them. Let's loot them. Okay, that's a fair trade. Blackstone's pretty valuable. And we're pretty good at getting cognition points. Boy, this one is just entirely linear, huh? Oh, and that room was actually just completely empty. Weird. What hatred the weak have for that which they do not know, for they know it was made by the strong. A synthesized voice echoes through the Tomb of Krampus, transmitted directly through the comms units of every trooper in the tomb. I mean, do we have the ability to talk to each other without them? I know we're all machined up and stuff. I don't think we have mouths anymore. I'm tempted to say, hey everybody, just turn those off, but if we actually can't speak to each other, that might be really dangerous. We could cleanse our minds with a prayer session. We could ignore the transmission, which I think probably is unlikely to have any positive benefit. It might just avoid negative. Let's fire back. Respond with curses and prayers transmitted at high volume through the tomb. Now, I figured that stopping to pray would also cause the awakening level to increase because we're just sitting still for a long time. The polemic against the irrational and heretical, as penned by Fabricator General Mecrologus, is blasted through the tomb from every available transmission source. Its caustic words scorn the enemy for daring to flaunt its blasphemy in the face of true sons of Mars. The din is enough to waken the few Necrons who still slumber. Whatever, man. We're gonna get to the end at a good level 4 awakening, as usual, and then we're gonna kill everybody. It's gonna be fine. Many female ports cover the outer shell of this Necron panel. Perhaps interfacing could improve the team's performance. Boy, the punctuation. It's always weird, but sometimes it gets real bad. So this is healing, right? We don't need that. I think I remember this one being good, too. I don't know that we saw one with a triangle recently, but it was a triangle that was completely within a circle. Let's test it. Okay, that's just Blackstone. That's pretty good. So we're going in here with no cognition, but also no damage on us. And the Necron's pretty leveled up. There it is. There is it. The sarcophagus of Krampus. Looks like he sees himself as the center of the universe.
This world is ours. This Paris is ours. The true not listen. The weak are ignorant, for they fear the knowledge of the strong.
He's not... Okay, come on. He is resistant to my mouse clicks in an attempt to move forward. Thrones of Mars, what was that?
You know what it is. You have always known. Did you think it would not come to this? You, whose existence is war, whose first code is peace. Did you think you would destroy us without a fight?
I mean, dude, you just pointed out that our whole existence is war. Why would you think we thought we would come down here without a fight? We go to where we think there will be a fight. That's our whole deal. Target awareness confirmed. Awakening complete. Code Venator in effect. Eliminate high-value target with extreme prejudice. Ahead lies a grand and ornate coffin at the center of a clockwork armillary of stars and planets orbiting the sarcophagus. Use the seconds before his awakening to set up a barricade. Use these moments to pray for deliverance and strength. Or try to seize the initiative. I do like open fire immediately. Let's go for that one. Cohort, blast the sarcophagus with every weapon they have. A component is ruptured, and dangerous radiation pulses through the chamber, hitting the cohort with a debilitating dose. The effects of the radiation poisoning kick in just as the sarcophagus fully opens, and Lord Krampus emerges. See what I mean? It feels real random, doesn't it? Like, sometimes they want you to be cautious, and sometimes they don't, but, like, you can never tell which situation is which, and it doesn't seem like similar situations have similar correct answers. Ooh, also, that walk animation is not well synced to the size of those stairs. There's a cool little cutscene there. Necron Varguards. Shock. Odd. No data records in the slightest. Data fact. Normally small data files on each Necron form. Overwhelmingly excited statement. This is a chance to insert name for Necron in pattern directory. You knew about the Necrons before your research on this mission? Truth, yes. I'm sure that in the scripture of the Talon Cog, it states version 0.09 P3, wary of those that wonder. I fear you step close to heresy, Skibola. It'd be easier to read if it was punctuated well. Heresy it is not. My goal equals learn my enemy to improve my assistance capabilities to mission. I agree. In learning the Xenos, we can better combat them. If we keep to our traditions, we might falter for lack of knowledge. You know there's Necrons right now, right? Could we have this conversation afterward? We'll name new Xenos. Joy. Name will be Vargard, Necron Vargard, in Imperial Gothic. Okay, yeah, let's have a fight. Let's have a fight now, and then we'll talk about what they're called later. Alright, so they're going to get to go before we are. We have no idea of their range or capabilities. They all seem to be equipped with melee weapons, but that doesn't necessarily mean they don't also have ranged attacks. I'm going to start close, but behind the pillars. I'll be honest with you, I kind of thought there would be more than one battle in here. Well, that's probably for the best for everybody, really. Oh boy, he summoned a Necron warrior that gets to act before any of us. That's a little unfortunate. So we don't have any idea how much health this guy has, or whether killing him might immediately end the mission, because it totally might. Alright, why don't we servo-skull him? I guess I could just hit him with the pistol. There's no reason to servo-skull him. Let's just blast him one. Actually, do I wanna... I might want to delay... which guy are you? Munarius. I might want to delay Munarius' turn so that we can also use the arc rifle. I could run up on him and get the cognition mechadendrite off, but I don't know that I could necessarily... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to move away safely afterward. I'm just going to delay. No reason that you have to go right now. Okay. So we definitely want to grab cognition with our servo-skulls where possible. I'm going to try to save our cognition canticle for a little later in the battle. I think I'm probably going to fire up the machine spirit thing now, though. Yeah. Because I want to be able to strip his armor with our first axe attack. This is going to do a little bit of extra damage, reveal his stats. Ooh, 5 physical. That's a little rough for this guy in particular. Not such a big deal for everybody else. Well, I think I should get on him. I may regret that when it comes time for his turn. Do I want to fire this now? If I fire it now, we're still not going to have any cognition left on Munarius' turn. I mean, maybe we do end up using our cognition canticle early. Oh, I don't get to use the axe if I do that. No, I should run up and axe him. We'll hold off on the flamethrower for the moment. Alright, so he's down to only 3 armor, and I don't... Huh, it seems like I can move away. I'm not getting a warning about an opportunity attack. But I don't know that I want to move away. I want him to potentially take an opportunity attack from me. Alright, you get to fire your big gun for free. Oh, hold on, I gotta move out to a position where I can get a clean shot. I'm gonna go bless right now. Let's just really roll the damage out. I want to burn this guy down as quickly as possible. Alright. We know he has no energy resistance at all. 13 is a pretty good start. The armor destruction doesn't actually do anything, but it is just damage. And then I have to decide if I'm going to use my cognition canticle, then I shouldn't servo-skull for cognition. I should wait until next turn. I think I am going to go cognition canticle because I want to be able to summon in as many of our new troops as possible. Which means I can just hold off on this. And then you get to step over here so that Necron warrior can't shoot you, I guess. Although with 3 energy defense. I'm not sure how much it matters. If we get a lucky roll on this, we could actually kill him now. That, I believe, was lucky enough. Okay. Well, that was easy. So now we just got to deal with the rest of these guys. Or not. Really? Okay. We didn't get attacked there. I don't think we got attacked for an entire dungeon there. This heavily armed war form of the Lord Astronomer collapses, spewing sparks and flames. Its gauss coils ruptured. For a moment, it seems raw data is bleeding from the stricken Necron. Images of distant alien stars flicker through the noosphere, accompanied by millions of years of stellar migrations and galactic orbits. Then, Krampus is still and cold, and the Lord Astronomer of Silva Tenebris is destroyed. Yep, target eliminated. No doubt. I mean, it just said that, and also we all just saw it. The Skitarii report a reduction in the coordination of Necron units in the tomb already. A moral and strategic success, Prime Hermeticon. Self-congratulation is illogical. High-value targets remain. Nevertheless, Captrix, a blow has been struck against the Xenos. I have the capacity to grant myself a moment of celebration from my quarantined emotional vaults. Perhaps you would benefit from the same. No celebration. No pause. The hunt never off. Always on. I think part of the problem with the dialogue is that we have a tendency to repeat ourselves, sometimes, you know, right there in the same clause. So it looks like we get refunded for some of the Blackstone of our troops, maybe? Is that what these numbers are? Based on how much health they have left at the end. And then we got ourselves the Eradication Ray, which I'm excited about, potentially being able to big gun more than one thing at a time. The Cognitive Canister, which is fine. Troop deployment cost down, quite a bit of Blackstone. Yeah, mostly I was excited about beating a boss. And we've unlocked an energy boost thing. The next attack will just deal +6 damage. This is just worse than the other options, but it's not typed, so you can use it a little bit more. Boy, words from my brain. It's a little more versatile, is what it is. Okay, so who really needed a boost next? I know that we're still working on you. Yeah, I probably just want to spend Blackstone on him until we can't anymore. Refractor field generators would be a cool thing to have. And then I'm also going to grab the last piece of your gear. Okay. Soon he will be able to get those free blessings. So he has 2 points left. Well, the first thing we should do is unplug the Volkite Blaster and plug in the... Where's my Eradication Ray? Here we go. Could I also just jam the Volkite Blaster in somewhere? I mean, like, I've got him with this Gamma Pistol. I wonder how much we actually need him to have a weapon that doesn't have a cost. You know what I'm saying? Like, I probably the answer is some. I need him to have a weapon that doesn't have a cost. We can give him like Nah, this is fine. He's got to have something he can do when we don't have cognition, even though that's decreasingly common. Alright, and then we have troop buffers, which, I mean, we give him a troop buffer. That would fill up his 2 augment slots. He could get a cognition mechadendrite. I don't know if that's super valuable. We haven't really gotten a lot of use out of the other one yet. 2 damage, 50% critical chance is interesting. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't know that it really... Well, okay, hold on. We could equip his other pieces of armor. Really toughen him up. That's not terrible. I don't know that he really has much of a gain of battle effectiveness from anything else. And then I suppose we're just into the next mission. So, grave goods, our Phosphor Serpenta and a Sanctus canister. which is cool. An arc pistol. Yeah, we saw this. This is a refractor field generator. I actually would like one of these. We should probably do this. Let's see what the other options are, though. An Omniscient Axe and a Servitor upgrade. That's interesting. I do kind of want to see what it is to upgrade a troop. Like, what the effectiveness gain is there. Here we can find a store of adamantium alloy and the best curatio claw. Also a lot of blackstone. And here we actually have another boss available. And we can get another upgrade. And this is ranked as being as difficult as the last boss encounter. With an even better cognition mechadendrite. Power field generator, which is better power field generator, which is certainly interesting. I kind of want to just go after another boss. We managed to take that first one down so easily. Maybe I'm being a little overconfident there. And I kind of want to get this refractor field generator. Yeah, let's go after the boss. I think we can do it. It'll show us an upgrade in effectiveness here. So it'll be the Ranger Alpha. So right now, that guy deals 3 to 5 physical damage to a target. Try to remember that so that we can see what his... he has 10 health and 1 energy armor. Just trying to see what the upgrade will be like. And then I guess I'm going to take these guys, and we don't really need the Servitor. We might not actually have use for one. Yeah, we'll do that. And I think I'm just going to keep the same canticles. We didn't really even have a need for the Cant of the Craft, but it's still very, very powerful in conjunction with the Flamer. Confirm. Location of Lord Agralek. Skitarii intelligence recovered partial pictographs of target construct form. Our research suggests Agralek was the lord of the Necron fleets. His purpose in the awakening of Silva Tenebris will be clear. To helm their war fleets in expanding this pocket of Necron domination. Outcome unacceptable. Solution incontrovertible. I concur, Prime Hermeticon. He has bested us once before. Not again. We must destroy him. Dispatch the falconers and muster the hounds. The hunt commences. Those are metaphorical falconers, right? We don't actually have falcons. It would be kind of neat to be like a giant robot murder monster, but, you know, he really loves his pet bird, though. We have learned a lot since we last encountered Agralek, but we know he won't go down without one hell of a fight. A challenge calculated to be worth the risks and resources, Subdomina. Oh, I agree Agralek is a worthwhile target, I just wouldn't put credits on too many men coming back from the attempt. Expenditure of personnel and material calculated as justifiable. I'll pass that on to the men and women risking their lives. They shall rally to the hunting horn and the call to the assembly. The chase begins. Make ready for the unmaking of Agralek. So she said during that conversation at least 3 different lines that were just that, different forms of that. The dialogue could be trimmed a little bit. These dialogues could be shorter. Okay, so we know... Shoot. I'm remembering which ones are good and which ones are bad, but I'm not doing a good job of remembering what thing you get from the good ones. I think this was cognition, maybe? Yes, okay, good. It would be neat to be able to start a fight with some cognition. These are troopers from 7th Hexadecimal Cohort Mandible Gamma. They went quiet 59 minutes ago. A handful of bodies lie in the chamber ahead, evidently Skitarii who were caught in the furious volley of Gauss fire. Well, check the bodies for useful materials has been the way I do things generally. We could seal them away instead, just seal the chamber off, so other Skitarii can recover the bodies later, or examine them to learn more of their cause of death. My suspicion is their cause of death is the volley of Gauss fire. The dead Skitarii have few useful items remaining. The brutality and completeness of their deaths is powerfully apparent, and weighs on the minds of the cohort. If these men and women could die so suddenly, how far is anyone in the tomb from such a fate? It's weird. I feel like we all would have known that already. Was this one also? Yeah, this is just going to be straight and linear. Alright, what have we here? Perhaps interfacing could improve the team's performance. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember what we get out of Crocodile. But I remembered that one as being positive. Alright, well, I'm definitely ready to throw down. Let's find some Necron here. The grim darkness of Agralek's tomb is complete in this benighted region. Not only is there a total absence of light, but fluctuating rad levels are interfering with the cohort's optical augmentations. Even the team's own light sources do not penetrate the unnatural gloom. They must traverse the next area blind. That's not great. Move slowly and cautiously, find a way around the blind spots, or stride on into the darkness. The faithful of Mars do not fear darkness, and they must move swiftly on to their objective. This seems like real bad. Let's find another way around. Slow and steady and another path are both let's take it slow, but this one doesn't go directly into the trap room. The cohort skirts around the darkness and unexpectedly locates its source, a set of globes sparking with exotic energy that draws in light from surrounding areas. In destroying the Xenos device, the cohort both lifts the veil of darkness and learns more about the strange Necron technology. That was just like a purely good outcome. I will say I'm a little disappointed by how Blackstone light these boss fights seem to be. This appears to be basic linear alpha script, the simplest of the Necron languages. Relatively speaking, of course, but it is known from several exemplars. I should be able to translate some of it if you can get decent pict grabs. A series of glossy black slabs fill this chamber, arranged in a semicircle around a statue of a Necron destroyer armed with a scythe-like weapon. The slabs are inscribed with thousands of Necron runes. Well, I mean, he specifically asked for the pictures, so we could send images to him live for a while to try to figure it all out, or we could just take some quick ones and move on. Or we could break one of the slabs free. You know, that's actually probably the better way to do this. I don't want to be down here any longer than I have to be. A tragedy. What knowledge has been lost to this ham-fisted botching? I disagree. All resources are a blessing. Xenos ornamentation becomes Skitari bullets. Definite improvement. The slab breaks along its base and falls flat to the ground with a tremendous boom. It smashes into thousands of shards, but while it is forever rendered unreadable, its interior is riddled with veins of exotic elements that can be harvested for use on the Adeptus Mechanicus. Yeah, that was a pretty good outcome, actually. Listen, if you translated it, it was just going to be like, we, the Necron, are old stars, we war in heaven, etc. You know how Necrons are. I'll tell you what, it wasn't going to be a recipe for blueberry muffins. Looks like these scarabs were woken up by the reanimation protocols and continued with their default programming. Finish this statue. The Necrons have covered their tombs in images of themselves, and they still haven't finished. The chamber appears to be a workshop. A large slab of gleaming metal has been partially carved into a statue of a glowering Necron, perhaps Lord Agralek. Several scarab constructs are scurrying across the slab, chewing away the material as they continue in the process of creating the statue. Well, I'm not really interested in art acquisition. The mission is to destroy a statue of Agralek, and there's one right here. Blow this up as the Omnissiah demands. Or we could try to gather the scarabs. I do not like gathering scarabs. We've had that not work out a couple of times already. Let's blow the whole thing up. Just everything. The statue is blasted to smithereens by a righteously well-placed grenade. The scarabs immediately begin assembling the shards into a new structure, an unexpected but illuminating event that suggests they are programmed solely to create monuments to the Necrons out of whatever materials are at hand. And we also scoop a bunch of it up for ourselves. Well, they're certainly weird, I'll give them that. Location confirmed. Energy reading spiking. Code Venator in full effect. When is it not?
Are infested insects to be expunged.
Honestly, I was kind of expecting this guy to be more of a final boss situation, but with the way they revealed him at the beginning and everything. I'm kind of surprised to see him go down so early in the game. This damned creature has been watching us since we entered this tomb. It's been ready for us since the start. The quarry that knows it is hunted makes for the sweeter kill. Formulate target solutions. Now the prey is at bay.
I have awoken into the company of these fleshly vermin. Tomorrow we conquer. Today we clear the filth from our doorstep.
Oh man, look out, they're gonna sweep. Not quite as terrifying as he wanted it to be, I think. Recollections of Inquisitor Brand, Chapter 87. Of all creations most foul, I beheld the Lord of all, and knew that I was dead. We have been here before, Magus, but we are better prepared now. What are your orders? What do you mean, what are my orders? Kill him! Kill him with guns! This chapter is dominated by the immense form of Lord Agralek, surrounded by images of the Necron war fleets. So we could pray for deliverance. Speak the fourth psalm of protection. Do not go in with your souls unarmored. Listen, I'm more worried about our bodies being armored. Hold back and engage from range, or charge in with righteous wrath and engage up close. I kind of like death up close. I know that we're not all melee fighters and everything, but I kind of like death up close. Emboldened by zeal, the sons of Mars attack with renewed vigor and fury, which somehow translates to us having additional blackstone. Alright, let's go get him. I'm excited. We're going to show this guy who is the boss. It turns out it's me. Spoilers. I will say this. He looks really cool. He's got that over us. Alright, kill or destroy. Either one, really, is fine. Oh, hey, it's the same room, right? If we tilt it this way? Yeah, I remember this. So I said up close. This doesn't feel like up close to me. There is a pair of Necron warriors, but no other obvious enemies. I guess let's just start as close as we can. Well, not as close as we can. Somebody should probably start next to the thing that generates the cognition points, so we get that as soon as we spend with anybody. Alright, Jeremiah. Get up there and let him have it. Does he need to shoot this thing first? Probably not, right? So I'm just going to run all the way up here. We're going to spend a cognition point moving and then another one hitting him, so that'll siphon both of the things that we're already sitting on. Dude hits hard as hell. I mean, I probably just want to run up, right? Like, come stand over here. We can shoot him with the normal pistol. Wondering if this is the moment to hit the machine spirit thing. I could also run over here and try to kill this guy, because Jeremiah is really good at his job. I kind of like that, actually. How am I going to make best use of all of the cognition we have available to us? I kind of wish I could delay half of his turn. Because he's got to move away from this cognition that's on this Necron. Yeah, I'm not really sure how this is going to work. Okay, so he spent the point... He didn't have to spend the point immediately. Alright, so that's just sitting there for somebody to take. We'll get there. I think I just run up on this dude. Well, I guess I don't have my axe anymore, so I don't want to run up on him right away. I want to shoot him first. Okay, so he has 3 health left. which means I'm probably not going to use the flamethrower. I'm just going to get adjacent to him so that he doesn't have a clean move away from me. And then I'm going to save my servo-skull. And he dies if he does anything. Okay. Now I have to get you into firing range. So the best way to do that is probably going to be to run past this guy. Just grab his cognition point real quick. My suspicion is I don't have to worry about him waking up. Alright, show me a position where we can shoot Agralek. And do I want to just machine spirit now? Probably, right? I see no reason to wait. We didn't need it for Jeremiah's turn. Okay, 5 energy defense. That's very serious. We don't really have a lot of good tools for stripping that off of him, so I could just not use this right now. We'll probably get some damage through. But you know what? I think I maybe want to save this and also the cognition point and also the machine spirit level. So why don't we just run you back to a position where you're going to get cognition at the beginning of the next turn, and I'm just going to servo-skull this guy out. Let's be rid of him. Let's not have to worry about his nonsense. All right, and then you. I want to get him in range. I'm trying to figure out, like... We still have his servo-skull. I think all of our troops are 2 cognition points each, so I would love to end with an even number of cognition points. I can move to here, where I at least have range for the eradication ray. And then I can servo-skull up another cognition point. Do I even want to do that, though? Oh, I definitely want to do this. So I need to move up again. Do I have range from adjacent to this thing? I don't. I have to get very close to him, actually. Let's definitely strip a point of energy armor. And then do I want to hit him with this? It's still going to do 5 to 9 damage. Like, I got to start getting the damage on him. Yeah. Just gonna let him have it. Oh, hey! I got a crit. Critical hits ignore armor. Oh, that sucks. I have to lose a cognition to get back over to the cognition generator. Well... suppose it's not really worth doing, then. Let's grab... point from there... And then I think we get the cognition from the things we're standing next to before troop summoning, right? So we'll be at full as it stands right now. I believe that's correct. Do I want to hit the bless now? No, I don't, because I don't want it to be Jeremiah's opportunity attack that eats the bless charge. Because he's already got that under control. Oh, that's right. I wasn't even thinking about that point of cognition.
I sailed the void for 1,000 years. I fought the war in heaven. What can you do to strike fear in one such as I?
Perhaps I could point out that you desperately need new material? How long have you been down here? You could think of 2 cool lines to say. You gotta repeat yourself? What you got, buddy? Oh, okay, interesting. So he swaps up his resistances. I don't think that was a very good idea. He was considerably tougher against us before. I guess it'll be annoying for my troops. Oh, and here comes some Necron Immortals. But it kind of seems like we may just want to ignore them. Well, we definitely want to put the prod guy down. And then, do I also want to drop our ranger? Let's see, we stand to gain 1 more point of cognition. We still get free shot. We still get a free shot from the eradication ray because we can use his ability. All of the Necrons go after all of us. So I'm wondering if we're better off just keeping the rest of our cognition points to do damage with. I think we may be. Okay. So, let us just run up on him and then do the thing. I know he's got armor, but also I hit really hard. And I think this is a fine time for this. Yeah, we hit, like, really hard. I'm allowed to flamethrower too, right? Yeah. Screw your physical armor. Oh, yeah, okay, it is a ranged one. It's not... That's weird. It doesn't show it as being disabled. So I could back up and then shoot the flamethrower at him. I'm not sure that I can do it without hitting the other troop, though. I think I probably just end turn. Right, because he's on 10 health. Yeah, he's going to get eradication rate out here. Oh, never mind. He won't even have time to get eradication rate out. Do you have any... No, you do not have any relevant buffs. Okay, I should probably reposition a little bit here so as not to hit my own teammates with this blast quite so much. Oh, you failed to get the kill. How embarrassing. Alright, well, I'm going to run over and repair. Get a little bit less Blackstone penalty here at the end of the mission. Okay. And then this should be pretty straightforward. I'm going to take an opportunity attack here, I think. But then I have a big heal for myself. And then we have the eradication ray for the kill. Oh, no, never mind. He has precisely nothing, it turns out. Let's go... Big damage, followed by make my weapon attack free. There we go. That's overkill. No kill like overkill. Yep, and then it harvested the environment for us. I kind of feel like it should make you still fight off the other Necrons. I guess the idea is that when you defeat the boss, the other Necrons kind of lose their command line, their command stream, but it does make these fights go down really easily. Lord Agralek falls, spewing sparks and fire. The Void Admiral collapses in a heap of wreckage that begins to teleport away, piece by piece, revealing for a moment the complex working of the warform underneath. Finally, Agralek is no more, in a burst of terminal data that leaves an echo of his death etched into the noosphere. Target inversion achieved. Hunt complete. The Void Admiral has fallen. The Necrons of Silva Tenebris have lost their fleet commander. Prey tracked from quarrying to unmaking, beaten into open and chased down for the kill. 84% hunt efficiency. Logged for future analysis. The Skitarii and the Tomb of Agralek are reporting decreased coordination among the awakening constructs. Consolidation activity not the concern of a Prime Hermeticon. Key target acquisition ongoing. There will come another beast. There will come another hunt. Well, I'm ready. Let's do them. Let's do them all right now. Quick succession. Okay, so no money paid for repairs. We got back all the money. Well, not all the money. We got back a significant portion of what we spent on these troops, right? Or actually, you know what? I didn't even look at what their cost is now with the 30% reduction. This might have been everything we spent. So, let's go look at what our Ranger Alpha level 2 looks like. So it looks like it gained 1 physical damage, 1 health, 1 physical armor, and an ability. Target has a 100% chance to miss you with its attacks for 1 round. Okay, so they're actually fairly tough then. Because we can just have them charge something and then become immune to it. Those guys seem really good. Oh, leveling. Right, Leonardus. Congratulations. You are the greatest tech auxilium that ever lived. Yeah, cast a canticle for free seems awfully good. Especially since we have a canticle that gives cognition. Just like any time during a fight that we have to cognition, he can turn it into a full meter. Seems alright, honestly. So he has another slot here. And I don't really know what to do with it. Because we could give him the ability to buff our troops, since our troops are starting to become a little bit more interesting. We could just give him an axe. You know, honestly, somebody else had... Oh, that's right, that's a 2-slot axe. Well, we could unplug a piece of gear that's not really doing a whole lot. 2 energy armor is pretty good. Also, 4 HP is pretty good. We could go down to the 1 augment slot Curatio Claw, because we rarely need this much HP, actually. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll give him the big axe. He's looking pretty terrifying. We're doing some good work over here. And then, do we have enough Blackstone to upgrade Jeremiah? We totally do. Alright, Jeremiah's next move is give me better generators, or a buffing thing for the servo-skull. Buff our troops. He could gain some more of this stuff. Cognition point on killing target might be interesting, because he does get a lot of kills. He hits really hard. And just an active to completely fill the cognition gauge is certainly interesting. Well, what if we went to Engine Seer? We don't have anybody here. Him having some auto repair when he's always charging in on people actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let's go this way. A little bit more resistant to acid now. And with our extra augment slot, what do we do? Well, we could put on his chest piece. That's not bad. Did we end up actually picking up... Yeah, the power field generators may be better. So we'd have to unplug this and another thing, though. That is a 2 augment slot piece of gear. I don't really want to take... Man, I don't really want to take any of this gear off. I guess losing 1 physical damage in exchange for the ability to buff 3 physical damage on both of these attacks for 1 round. Like, it has a cost, but I think it's probably going to end up being better a lot. The battles are pretty short, and they're very, like, spike damage oriented. We just got to get him... He's got to be the focus for the next couple upgrades. He's falling behind. Alright, well, I think we've done some fine work here today, but that is going to have to be it for us. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when apparently we just grind whatever Necron we want into paste. And we'll see you then.